Hello everybody, and today I'm going to be reacting to this unboxing video. That guy, 48,189 views, so yeah.
Yo, hey guys, what's poppin'? It's Jac Slade back with another
First time
unboxing.
watching it.
And if you've followed this channel for any amount of time, you know how I feel about the Air Force One. It is one of the most iconic, I feel like, representative of sneaker culture shoes that is out there. Now, despite all of that, it's not one of my favorite shoes. I don't have a lot of white on whites. When everyone was wearing the white on white Air Force One, I only had one pair. To me, the shoe is big. It's a little bulky, but I do understand what it represents. For those that don't know, the shoe was launched as a basketball shoe. It was originally just a high top shoe. The low top shoe actually didn't come along, I believe, until like 8 years later or something like that. Like in 1990, the first shoe was legitimately basketball. They played basketball in it. It was a high top. And for me, the shoe represents a moment in time, and it's very New York to me. I am a California kid. I'm born and raised in California. So the appeal of the Air
I will be right back. Came back.
to kind of fight through the snow and the bad weather and things like that. So for me, it never really appealed to me in a very strong way. I do like the shoe. I like the lunar version of the Air Force One more than I like the air version of the Air Force One, if that makes any sense. I just like the way that lunar looks, that lunar midsole. I think it looks better to me. But then the actual Air Force One version of the shoe, although I do love it when it has gum outsoles. I'm a little confused when it comes to the Air Force One. Either way, I understand the shoe. I understand what it represents and the meaning behind the shoe, what it means to sneaker culture. It's an excellent essay in how sneaker brands and sneaker companies can market to a specific community and have that community grow a shoe in a grassroots effort. From what I understand, and I could be wrong about this, the Air Force One was really only marketed in the urban communities. It wasn't a shoe that was marketed in other places, and it was the urban community, the urban customer that really helped grow the shoe and make the shoe popular. The shoe wasn't originally just a New York shoe. I know everyone knows it now because of New York, but the shoe actually really got its roots in Baltimore. Baltimore was the place that really kept the love and the energy behind the Air Force One alive, and it grew from there into New York, and from New York it spread to the rest of the country, the Midwest, obviously, Philly, and then coming out
Get to the
West
unboxing
Coast,
already.
sometimes, but most of the times it's not the
Guys,
shoe.
slow.
Anyway, I say all of that because I found an Air Force One shoe that I really like. I saw it online and I wanted to get my hands on it, and I was lucky enough that Nike actually sent me a pair of them, and that's what this unboxing is all about. So big shout out to Nike. Let's get the unboxing popping, but just wanted to give you a little info about the Air Force One because it's a really important shoe when it comes to the sneaker world, especially Nike. It's always on the shelves, it's always around, and it's a shoe that if you don't know what other sneaker to get in the sneaker world, you can always get yourself a pair of Air Force Ones, and everyone will kind of be like, oh, okay, Air Force Ones, I get it. You'll appreciate sneakers. So that's kind of my spiel there. It's a universal shoe created by Bruce Kilgore, same guy that created the Air Jordan 1. So it has a little bit of history there. It's a shoe that represents a very specific moment in the sneaker world. Anyway, so let's get this unboxing popping so you guys can take a look at the shoe that I'm talking about. I really think you're going to like it, and I think it's going to be a big deal. Also, this year is the 35th anniversary of the Air Force One, so expect to see a lot of that shoe in the next couple of months, next 6 months, next 9 months. That shoe is definitely going to be coming out in a lot of different form factors, a lot of different shapes, and a lot of different materials. So if you are a fan of the Air Force One, like my man Afro Kicks here in Los Angeles, then you're going to love what's going to happen in the next year or so. So let's check out this unboxing. All right, here we go. So,
You're back. Okay, I'm back.
all black box. Now, the Air Force One has changed over time, and this is the '07 version of the shoe. This is the low, which again was not an original Air Force One. The Air Force One started as a high and eventually became a low. So this pair is actually a collaboration for Latino Heritage Month, and even just looking at this, you probably already know which colorway this is. Just the bag that it came with is super sick. So this is obviously a cheetah print, a jaguar print. And then you can see the back here with this sick drawing by Sainer. Now, Sainer is an artist in Mexico. He's a graphic artist, graphic designer, and he does murals and things like that. And as you can see, this is one of the designs that he created. He has an affinity for like Mexican culture and their history and like mysticism and masks and skulls and bones and stuff like that. You can see a lot of that in the artwork that he put together for this mural right here on this bag. Like, I don't even want to use this bag for anything. I kind of want to keep this as is. Anyway, so let's get into the kicks and see what they have here.
Thank you.
Inside.
Thank you.
So the kicks in the box, something very
Please tell me
subtle here
they're nice.
is actually the paper the tissue paper has prints of like a jaguar or a cheetah on the paper, which is a very nice touch. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll make sure to get you guys some close-ups of that so you can see it. And then this is the shoe. Just very, very beautiful. Now, Sainer has
next video.
Alright guys, so today I have a question. We're going to do an unboxing, but I have a question for you, and I'm kind of worried about asking you the question because I don't want the comments to get all crazy and people going back and forth and arguing, but it's really an honest question. Alright, so the question is, does it make you a hype beast when you buy Supreme? Now, wait. Before you jump into the comments, I kind of want to look at both sides of this because some people just associate Supreme with you being a hype beast automatically. There is no question about it. But there's other people on the other side of the equation that I think they aren't necessarily hype beasts. They just kind of like what Supreme does. And then there's the resellers, and then there's other people. There's just a bunch of different things that happen when it comes to Supreme. So before you jump down in the comments, just give me 1 second. Let me kind of explain both sides, and then you can kind of tell me what your thoughts are, if that makes any sense. So let's start with someone like me. Now, I don't have a lot of Supreme. I don't have Supreme names. They buy the bricks, they buy the blimps, they buy a little bit in conversation. Box it for you, but it was something that I genuinely.
Be right back. I am back. I am back. Finally.
Hop right into it so I can show you guys what I have. Let's start with the one on the bottom. I'm not sure which is which, but as you can tell, this one was ordered from the good folks over at Nike because of the striped paper. The striped paper gives it all away. Got my trusty box cutter, which you guys actually complained about because it's not cool. Apparently using a box cutter to open a box is lame, according to some of the commenters, which I just wasn't aware of. Anyway, so I don't have a lot of products from Supreme, but I do find a couple of things every once in a while that I really, really like, and this happens to be one of them. As you can already tell, it is a Nike SB release from the Supreme collection, and take a look here. Very, very nice. I always love this box. This is like the best Nike box. It's so bright, it just pops, even though I'm going to take these out of here and put them into a shoe case. Anyway, so let's take a look inside, see what we have. And this is the first colorway, the orange of the Nike Air Force 2. So check that out. Really love the way this looks. Gosh, they're heavier than I remember. I had a pair of Air Force 2s a long time ago, and I just don't remember them being this heavy. But I am happy. That means it's a pretty quality shoe. It has a little weight to it. Some nice, good quality material. So, a couple of things to note about the shoe, especially this one, the Air Force 2. So the Air Force 2 was obviously released after the Air Force 1, and as you can see, it looks totally different from the Air Force 1. This shoe was definitely made more of a technical basketball shoe, where this was made, released in the era of Nike really starting to transform how they looked at basketball shoes and how people played in basketball shoes and the way they moved the designs and everything. And this pair is and then some little detail. They would release as back. Everything else, I'll probably wear these next week when I go to the EA area. All right, let's check out.
Mountain Dew.
Two I got, and these were only priced at $98, which is right on point, especially when it comes to buying shoes with them being so expensive these days. For those that follow basketball history, you'll know that Charles Barkley.
So you guys, I'm gonna end the video right here, and I will see you guys all next time. Good